watching, as you see, the topic for today is the Romanization of Christ and Christianity. The Romanization of Christ and Christianity. Before going any further, let's be clear on what we mean by the Romanization. All right? At the time, people, that the Jesus of the Bible walked the earth. And notice how I'm saying that the Jesus of the Bible walked the earth. The world was under the dominion or under the rule of the Greco-Roman culture. And the reason why we always connect those two words is because they were virtually synonymous. Okay, the areas were geographically right next to each other, Rome and Greece. And they were the two powers of the then known world among the Europeans. And the power not only extended from Europe, but it actually extended all the way down into Africa as well. All right? And we need to understand that. So therefore, all of the teachings, all of the concepts, all of the belief systems that were put into the people came from the tenets or the basis of Rome and Greece. That's so important to understand. Now, keep in mind, we're talking about something that literally started approximately 4 centuries BC. We're talking about 332 BC here. All right? That Greece, under the Greco-Roman authorities, invaded Africa and Africa ended up taking on their culture, taking on their belief system, taking on their dress code, all right? And what's really sad about it is it's been like that ever since. Okay? Of course, we had the Arab invasion of Africa, but even the Arab invasion still carried the Eurocentric influence under it. All right? We need to understand the power of Rome. Rome is the most powerful entity on this planet. Please understand that. And when I say Rome, I really, to even narrow it down some more, we mean the Roman Catholic Church in particular. There is no entity on this planet as powerful as the Roman Catholic Church. Now, a lot of people literally think that the Roman Church is not that powerful, but that countries are powerful. Well, brothers and sisters, let me tell you what's more powerful than a person's political perspective. What is more powerful than a person's political or national perspective is their religious perspective. Please understand that, all right? And I don't care. Germany and the United States might go to war with each other for socio-political reasons, but when it gets down to their religious beliefs, you got Catholic Germans, you got Catholic Spaniards, you got Catholic Africans, you got Catholic black folk. There's a whole lot of them here in St. Louis. You follow what I'm saying? Okay? The Roman Church, when it comes to a person's belief system, that determines a person's behavioral patterns. It is called their cognitive reality, that which they believe. Everybody say this. What a person believes determines how a person will behave. That's so important to understand. All right? And when the Pope literally becomes the voice of God on the planet, there are a lot of people that submit to his decisions all over the world. All right? So now how does this fit into the Romanization of Christ? Well, unfortunately, that which most of us hold to today in the Christian church did not always exist. Follow what I'm saying very well. The Romanization of Christ is something that took place in the 4th century AD. All right? At the Council of Nicaea. That's when it began. You may want to write that down. The Nicene Council. All right? And you see I think I do have in today's notes the Nicene Creed on page 2, and we'll get to that, which is the creed that was the result of what was decided at the Nicene Council. Okay? And of course, the Roman Emperor Constantine was over the Nicene Council. He was the emperor. He was the ruler. He was the HNIC at that time. Okay? And what Constantine said is what went. Anybody who disagreed with Constantine was dealt with in a very harsh way. It was not popular to go against Constantine. All right? And we even have some comments here about some things that were said from that council. So what happened with the Romanization of Christ? Well, the concept of Jesus, as we read about in the Bible, took on a pagan indoctrination. Now follow what I'm saying well. The things that the Jesus of the Bible taught was not what the Roman Catholic Church teaches today. Please understand that, okay? This whole concept of Roman Catholicism is more so based in the so-called teachings of Paul than the teachings of Jesus. That's so very important to understand. So what happened at the Council of Nicaea is the Jesus figure took on the pagan religion under a new identity. How does that happen? Because Constantine was a sun worshiper. All right? He was a sun worshiper. And what he did is he saw that society was going through some changes. There was this new movement. All right? The people's eyes were coming open to liberation. Liberation theology. So Constantine's concept was, if I can't beat him, I'll join him. And we talk about that in the notes. Let's start into the notes. Looking back through the evolution of Christian theology, it should be noted that it was the Emperor Constantine who did more than anyone else in history to introduce the subtleties of pernicious precepts into Christianity. Whereas before him, under Diocletian, in the last and most severe period of persecution, the catacombs of Rome were full of Christian renegades. Constantine, seeing that the old gods of Rome, underline this part, seeing that the old gods of Rome were losing their popularity, because so many people were turning to become Christians, or actually the word would more so be Nazareans or Essenes, or taking on the teachings of a guy named Apollonius. Okay, and I think I taught about that a few weeks back. All right, Apollonius the Nazarene. Okay? Seeing that so many people in the Roman Empire were taking on the teachings that were given to them by this liberator, all right, and confronted by the rising tide toward Christianity, Constantine decided, I can't lick them, so I'll join them. While yet competing for control under the Roman Empire in AD 312. What year? No, I didn't say 325 now. So we got to understand, Constantine didn't just come into power in 325. It's just that the Nicene Council convened in 325. All right? In AD 312, Constantine claimed to have been told by God in a dream to have his soldiers paint the Cairo, all right, on their shields, and as a result won a decisive battle. Now the Cairo is, in case y'all have not seen it, it's a Christian symbol, all right? It has been made to represent Christ. And the Cairo, it looks like a P, a P at the top with a long stem, and at the base of the stem is an X. All right, in case y'all haven't seen that before, that's called the Cairo. And if you go to any Baptist Bible bookstore, you're going to see the Cairo. Okay? It's a P with an X at the bottom of the stem of the P. That's actually called a Cairo. All right? It's a symbol consisting of the first